Sam.
How you doing?
Good, mate. Welcome to Volume Dealer.
Thank you so much for having us.
Excellent. Now, I'd have to say that you guys are our first international band, considering the fact that all of the members in this band are actually made up from people from overseas, from different countries.
Yeah.
You're from...
I'm from the UK.
Yep.
Pablo's from Chile. Pipe's from Colombia. And Ant's from New Zealand.
Wow.
So I suppose we're an international band,
yeah.
Although we've never played anywhere other than Melbourne, but maybe one
technically.
day. Yeah, technically.
That's great.
Yeah.
So how did you guys all sort of get to know each other and meet each other?
So Pablo and Ant have played together for a while. Like, they're both the real, like, punk head dudes in the band. Like, they love punk. I do too, and so does Pipe, but Pipe, like, kind of leans into, like, Iron Maiden, Metallica, like thrash metal, and then I'm sort of emo pop punk.
Yep.
So Pablo and Ant made a punk band like 4 or 5 years ago, I think. During lockdown, I'd kind of just moved to Australia, and I didn't have no mates, so I was like, I'll join a band. I joined another band with Pablo, which eventually led me into the punk band with them. And Pipe, I think a similar thing, just like through mutual friends, ended up in the band. It was a hard adjustment for me because I've never played in a punk band before. Like, I like punk, but like playing like really fast, it was so hard for me. The other guys just like, they nailed that sound, like it's what they grew up playing.
Yep.
So it was quite a humbling experience for me, but I love them, and they're like my mates, you know, like really why we do it is just because we're all friends.
Yeah.
Going off topic, but...
no, good. So do you know how the other guys ended up here as well?
I think Pablo came for work. Pipe came just to try it. I think he wanted to try another country and something new, and ended up loving it. And I think Ant was the same. He came for work with his family from New Zealand, and just stayed here.
Yeah.
So I'm super grateful they're here.
What brought you here?
My wife's Australian.
Okay.
Yeah.
How did you meet your wife?
I met my wife in Vietnam.
Wow.
We was both travelling.
Yep.
And she really was into like English music and bands at the time, so I just really lent into the like, I play drums and I'm English and I'm in a band, and yeah, she's like our biggest fan. She comes to all the shows and hangs out, and super grateful for her support with the music.
What do you think of Melbourne?
Oh, it's so sick, dude. Like,
yeah, you came here at a very odd time though, just before the pandemic.
Yeah, like I couldn't go out or do anything, like everyone, right? Like no one could go out and do anything, and like I didn't know anyone. So for like 2 or 3 years, I was just like, everyone told me how good Melbourne is and how much culture there is here, but I just didn't know. And then I finally got out, and there's like gigs every night, and the food's amazing, and like I never believed everyone when they're like, oh, the coffee's like so much better than anywhere else, but it's actually pretty good. So I'll give you that. But it's just so sick. Like the people on ice, there's so much to do. Like it's just feels like home for me now. Like when I leave to go on holiday and I come back, it's like coming home, which is a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Now that I live here. Yeah.
Awesome. So, yeah, you guys have got a new album coming out too.
We do,
in January, called The Burden.
Yeah. We're stoked with it. We kind of went through the process, and we'd never recorded an album together. I actually haven't recorded an album before. I've done like EPs and singles and stuff, and it was kind of a dream of mine and all the other guys to actually do a whole album. It started off with like 4 songs. It was going to be an EP. Then we just kept writing. And every step of the process, it was better than we thought it could be. So we kind of kept up in the ante and like spending more time in the studio, booking extra days, putting more into it in terms of like production and our time. And we're super stoked with it, like really proud. It's way better than we thought we were capable of.
Where did you do it? And who with?
1B Studios, which is in Faulkner,
Yep.
with a producer called Brent Quirk. He's an awesome dude. Like,
Yep.
just like really chill, really laid back. Let us kind of express ourselves and do our thing, but jumped in when he needed to. He was like super on top of us in terms of just like the basics, like tuning and playing in time and just taking out things in the songs that weren't necessary.
Yep.
And it's had a massive impact on the album. Like, to have someone that's not in the band look at the music.
Yep. Bit of producing.
Yeah, like, because we get way too attached to the ideas. Because
Yep.
we, like, if I bring an idea, it's like my idea, and you try not to bring your ego into it. But when someone hates it, you're like, oh. Like,
Well, that's how things are these days, I guess. Well, the fact that there isn't necessarily a producer anymore. There used to be.
Yeah.
You know, when a band got signed, they'd go into a studio and they'd have a producer who'd come on board and do exactly that. You know, someone detached from the actual process.
Yeah.
But that's good that he actually
that's what we
recorded
wanted.
it and produced it, I guess.
Yeah, we asked him to do that. We were like, we want you to be involved. We want you to have like creative input in the album.
Yep.
And we'll listen to you, and we did, and the outcome is really good, because we kind of let go of some of that creative control,
Yep.
which was a really rewarding process as well.
Awesome.
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah, man.
Try to reach the switch and turn it on. One, the radio plays that goddamn song. Sounds like when you came home late in class. Counts the minutes till you pay the cost. Carry the pattern, keep holding the line. Sit on the balance to show your mistakes. It's going through them in time. Silence gets and lies to us. Down inside, the rage is ready to blow up. Target right. Will it be you or them this time? Choose. See yourself and those you love. Carry the pattern, keep holding the line. Sit on the balance, you show your mistakes. Just going through them. Forever run from the anger inside. Like my life ain't a grin. I swear for what's passing to come. The anger dies with me. The anger dies with me. The wounds and scars I did not see. The pain and the cold sweat. The heavy breathing in my chest. The fear dies with me. The wounds and scars I can still feel. The spiders in the shed. The cold and darkness in my head. Carry the pattern, keep holding the line. Sit on the balance and show your mistakes. Just going through them. Forever run from the anger inside. Like my life ain't a grin.
So like I'm curious to know sort of about the actual musical style and how, like, you kind of answered that question with me a little bit before, but about how you sort of end up playing. I'm curious about how people end up playing the kind of music that they do.
Yeah,
and
okay,
it's interesting that you say that this isn't really your bag. It's a similar situation to like my bit when I was playing music. That's not the kind of music that I have. I haven't listened to it for a very long time, but I still play it and enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So how does that work with you guys? Like,
Yeah.
what do you normally listen to?
When I joined the band, I was listening to a lot of emo. It was like mid-COVID. I was like super emo, so it was just like loads of emo. So if I take Pablo, this singer, he loves Bad Religion. And like,
great voice, by the way.
Yeah, he's such a good singer. It's so nice to play in a band with someone that can sing. Like, I've been in lots of bands with like screaming and stuff, which is awesome. Like, don't get me wrong, but like, you don't even have to think about it. You can just rely on him to like smash it out every time, which is really cool.
Yeah.
Yes, Bad Religion. You can hear that, right? Like the way we play punk, but it's melodic punk. Like, he loved Bad Religion, Rise Against, Ant's really into Thrice. So we kind of started with that as a base. It was a lot more pop punk in the old days, like some of our earlier stuff. Because I grew up on pop punk and I love pop punk, so it sounded like Blink-182, Sum 41, that kind of thing.
Yep.
And then with this album, we made like a conscious step to go darker, bringing in Pipe's influence because he really loves metal.
Yep.
So like you can hear his guitar parts; they're all like
definitely a few breakdowns as well.
And we didn't have any breakdowns until this album, which again was something I've never played breakdowns before. Like I grew up listening to pop punk, but I played like Chad Smith, like Chili Peppers, hard rock stuff, which I try and bring into it. But long story short, punk was the base, and we all brought our own thing into punk. And then we've sort of ended up here.
And what are your aspirations, you guys? Where do you want to go with this?
We want to keep having fun.
Number one rule.
Yeah. Because we all love it so much. And we're such close friends that it's just nice to spend time together. Anything else that comes is a bonus. Like, we kind of done that album and that was all of our dream. And it's like, well, anything else now is like a bonus, right?
Yeah.
Which is quite a nice place to be in, really. But we want to play with touring bands, punk bands, rock bands that come to Melbourne. We would love the opportunity to do something like that. Super grateful for all the shows we've had so far, but to play with a band that we like, I think would be really, really cool. So fingers crossed we get to do that one day.
Well, hopefully what we've done here with you today helps you in that endeavour. That's sort of part of why we do and what we're doing, is to sort of give bands actual good quality live content for them to be able to use for that specific purpose. You know, I've actually been able to try and get shows, instead of, sending in some live footage filmed on a phone or something, you can give them this. And hopefully that makes a greater impact in you guys trying to get some of those shows.
Yeah, I really hope so, and I think it will. I think one of the challenges of being in a band nowadays is that you have to do fucking everything.
Yep.
Like, you can't just write music and record it now. You've got to be a content creator and do fucking stupid TikTok videos and like, I don't know, man. Like, it's just really nice to come in to get something that's going to look good. It's well made, something that we wouldn't have the resources to do ourselves. So we're super grateful, like, to have that opportunity.
No, my pleasure, man.
And we've just had the best time. Like, it's always fun to play, but like...
That's what we want to. Everyone that's come in so far has said that they've had a really good time doing it, and that's, again, number one rule, right? You want to actually... we don't want this to be a chore by any means, We want it to be as fun as playing a gig. Probably even more fun because there's a little less stress involved in this to a degree. I mean, I know you've got cameras and stuff in your face, but it's kind of that bit more intimate and less sort of stressful in a show. Yeah.
And you kind of forget, like, the first run through I was like, oh, there's cameras everywhere, but like, once you start playing, it's sort of, you're just playing and you forget that the cameras are there. And it was an absolute blast, like, the setup you've got in here is so cool. Like,
glad you like it.
It looks cool on the videos, but when you're actually in here, it's like even cooler, so.
Excellent.
Yeah, man, it just looks so legit, man. Like, looking around, I'm like, wow, man, this is so professional.
Good stuff.
It's really cool.
see. Is this a mirror or a widescreen nightmare? Should I butcher it to fit? Should I hide it in? What the fuck is wrong with me? What are the scars in my face and my soul? Should I bury them away? Should I cut them in? Will the sadness die if I don't let it parade? Cover up the lines that don't match the pattern. Just love the parts that don't fit the mold. Keep yourself esteem and surround on fasting mode until it's gone. What the fuck is wrong with me? What are the scars in my arms and my soul? Should I bury them away? Should I cut them in? Will the sadness die if I don't let it parade? Cover up the lines that don't match the pattern. Just allow the parts that don't fit the mold. Keep yourself esteem, it's a blow I'm passing out. Cover up the lines that don't match the pattern. Just allow the parts that don't fit the mold. Keep yourself esteem, it's a blow I'm passing out until it's gone. Never ending work against your mind and body. Holding on your own shape, holding on your own face. Kissing all the stars, scrolling through their lives. The blinding light of screens takes me down and chokes me. With pictures of a world where I don't belong. Cover up the lines that don't match the pattern. Just allow the parts that don't fit the mold. Keep yourself esteem, it's a blow I'm fasting mode. Cover up the lines that don't match the pattern. Just allow the parts that don't fit the mold. Keep yourself esteem, it's a blow I'm fasting mode until it's gone. Until it's gone. Never ending work against your mind and body until it's gone. Holding down your own face, holding down your own shape until it's
So yeah, last but not least, we're going to do some merch with you guys to coincide with this episode, like we
Yeah.
do with every band.
Yeah, man.
And I'll flash some designs up on the screen that we've got so people can see what's on sale. So we've got limited edition merch items with you guys, as we always do. And yeah, so I want to know a little bit about the actual design. So you guys have given me this one, and you've got that sort of tattoo, the dragon, Japanese dragon face.
mask, yeah.
What's the significance behind that face?
So masks have made up like a big part of the artwork for this album, like the
I saw
artwork
that
for
with
the
even
album.
the old
Yeah.
cover, which I will flash up too.
Yeah. And then we've got artwork for other songs that are a similar theme, right? And we kind of like the idea, with this album especially, we were trying to look at the parts of society and life that, on one hand, protect us, but also can cause harm and damage to other individuals sort of in the world. And not to make like a kind of political comment or judgment about those things, but just to highlight like the duality of our world, and things that protect us can also like cause damage. And we like the idea of the masks and the demons because it's like the mask is a cover, it's a protection, but you get that visual representation of the darker side of things.
Yep.
Does that make sense?
Totally, mate.
Yeah.
I mean, especially what we've actually been through in the last few years, the mask being a very significant part of that.
Yes.
And on the one hand was supposedly to protect us, but
Yeah.
on the other hand had unintended consequences that nobody ever really thought about.
Yeah.
For instance, the kids that have grew up for a couple of years without actually being able to register people's faces and stuff, and the impact that they may have on their learning, stuff like that.
That's I actually didn't think of it to do with the mask for COVID, but that's a good way of putting it. It's the idea that the good and the bad exist simultaneously, and you can't have one without the other. And the album's kind of a reflection of how that makes us feel internally. So it's not so much a comment on the external world and passing judgment on that, but more of how the duality of life sometimes can affect us internally. So yeah, that's why we chose the mask, and that's why we've used it, because no, I could be wrong and like super culturally incorrect, but as far as I'm aware, the Japanese only mask is a symbol of protection,
right.
While simultaneously being a demon. So we thought that represented that.
Fantastic.
Yeah. And I hope I said only right, so sorry to anyone from Japan if I got it wrong.
Oh, good, man. Sam, thank you so much for being here, mate.
Thank you.
Really appreciate it. Glad you guys had a great time.
We did, yeah, it was awesome.
Fantastic, man. Cheers.
Thank you.
They say from little things, big things come in the strangest ways. Life will find a way to curb your path. Years have shown me that one by one the ghosts that shook us up will all become a figment of the past. It's what makes us who we are when we find what we defeat. I will hold you to this arm like you held me to the grave. Trust, sit down with me. The winds will ride themselves in. We'll be free. The tide will lift the boat. The wind will drive it back in. We'll be down. We'll pick up the broken glass and cut the shadows of the past. We'll pick up the broken glass. Trust, sit down with me. The words will write themselves in. We'll be